Hey everybody, it's Rye, and this one is something that just popped into my head. I was actually about to go and record another Let's Play, but then this sunk into my mind because if you ever log on to Steam, one of the very first things you'll see is the deals of the day or the week or the weekend special or the holiday sale. Whatever it is, there's always some sort of deal going on. Really awesome ones. And a couple games that, obviously they were affordable, so that caught my eye, but also just, different games that I've never played before, never heard of, or just looked at it and went, as I have with so many I've put on the channel, just gone, man, that art style seems really cool. I kind of want to check that out. All right, let's grab that one, and that one, and we'll put those aside for later. But it occurred to me, how awesome Steam is, and you're going to think, well, no shit. Obviously, that makes perfect sense, but join me on this conversational mind-rambling journey, if you will, because I'm going somewhere with it. Because for a very long time, I was always of the opinion that physical copies were awesome, in the same way that books are. There's something satisfying about actually physically holding a copy of the game in your hands, it's there, it's real. You're like, look at that case. It's just that nice rectangular shape, the smooth plasticky surface, the cover. There's the artwork on the front. Depending on the game nowadays, there's also the menu, the manual. Sorry, the menu. The manual on the inside, the insert. You could just flip through to get a little bit about the game, a little bit about the character. Obviously, the controls, which are super helpful, and all that's pretty much in the game nowadays. But some of them still have it. But there's something just really satisfying. Plus, if you have a massive game library and you set it up in a cool way, it's on display. So people come into your place wherever you live, and there's just this setup of, look at all of these games I've played, or look at all of the hours I've spent playing these games, or both. Or for some people, just wow, look at all the free time he has, which is not always true. But regardless of that fact, for a long time, I was like, that's the way to go. Yeah, digital's cool, but man, you don't have that physical representation of your games right there. And if you ever want to trade them in, sell them, or give them to a friend to borrow for a weekend, you can't really do it the same way. For the latter two, you obviously can't trade them in or sell them again. Using Steam as an example, they're part of your library. That's just it. They're there. There's no return policy, so to speak. Unless I think it's a super horrendous experience, and it's a game that's just absolute garbage. You got it. Done deal. And to me, I was just kind of you've got that library right there, but it's all just words and pictures. There's no physical thing to grab onto and be like, man, check out this game. Hard to find. Even that kind of novelty goes away because it's well, no, it's not hard to find. And I'm speaking from a place of ignorance on this point, but as I understand it, it's digital, right? You're buying a digital copy. It's not hard to find. There's an infinite number out there. You just literally have to go to the store page, add it to your cart, pay however you pay. Boom, you got it done. It's not let me tell you how this went. I had to go to a game store, checked out 3 different EBs, even went to a micro play because there's one left in town. Couldn't find it. Then 3 months later, I'm in Toronto. Buddy of mine says, hey, I'm going to this con right now. Which one is it? I think it's Anime North. Okay, I'll join you for a day. I do. I go with him. We go to the market in the little friggin' kiosk area. I'm getting my words mixed up. The market, I'll just call it the market, where everybody's selling their games, right? We go in, looking through, what do I find? A sealed copy of the game. And man, I couldn't find that anywhere. It was on for $20. The guy liked my smile, so he gave it to me for $18. Take it for what it's worth. Bing, bang, boom, I got the game now. Check it out. There's that kind of story that comes along with it. And with a digital copy, you don't have that story. It's oh man, I was looking for this game forever. Couldn't find it in any of the stores. Went to a con with a friend of mine. Couldn't find it there. And wouldn't you know it, the Christmas sale came up and it just got released on Steam and I bought it. Now I have it there. We're done. It's not hard to find. The rarity aspect disappears, which, that's the fun of collecting to an extent. But I can see the other side of it now. My opinion's changed because now it's well, it's not hard to find. You can literally get it. You might have been searching for it forever and may never have found it otherwise. Now there's a digital copy on Steam and bam, you have that game for life, or for however long Steam is around at the very least. And I've come around to the opinion, especially now as I'm selling off games that I don't use anymore, which I know to some people are just apostate, sacrilege, but there's some games that I just have not played in such a long time. And I was looking at them going, I enjoyed the time that I had with these things, but in all likelihood, I'm never going to touch them again. I mean, we're not married, so away you go. Equating a game to a relationship. That's sad. But anyway, selling them off because I figured, all right, you know what? Get a little bit of money from them maybe, or store credit if you want to trade them in. Pool that together and use it for something game-related or something not game-related at all. But the point is, they're not taking up space anymore. And this is, being kind of romantic about the idea. My feeling on it, and I think I've mentioned this before, is that, you know what? Maybe these games will end up in the hands of somebody who genuinely wants to play them. They'll play them on a PS2, on a PS3, on an N64, whatever the system happens to be in the game that it's for, and they'll make some great memories. Who knows? Playing that game may inspire them to do something different with their life. It may change their perspective on something that they had a very staunch opinion on. It may inspire them to try and make games themselves. Or it may inspire them to pursue a path in life that has nothing to do with games. It could do so many things at the very base level. I don't think like selling somebody a copy of GoldenEye is going to change the world, but you never know. But on a very base level, hopefully, it's going to run into the hands of somebody who's going to have some great memories with it. Something they can look back on and go, man, that was awesome. That was a really fun time. Oh, frig, I remember this game. It'll create some lasting impressions and some good conversation pieces, and I'm happy enough with that. And for my point of it, I look at Steam now and go, thank God that's here, because now rather than having to lug around several boxes of games, in the case of PC games, they're all right there. I can find them on my phone. I can find them on my computer. They're there no matter what. They're accessible from anywhere. I can carry, I don't have this many, but I could literally carry thousands of games around in my pocket, in my backpack, and they weigh nothing. That's what's so fantastic. And I realize saying that out loud now, that may seem like a very, I don't know if naive would be the right word, but it's more of a, obviously moment. But I never appreciated that until literally 3 days ago, where before I was like, it's convenient, but is that really enough? And now I'm just of the opinion, like, you know what? It's an evolution of collecting games. And while some aspects are going to fade away or deteriorate, the idea that you can have access to such a vast library, while not on display in the same way, is so insane and awesome that I love it. So I'm all for digital now. I still like my physical copies, don't get me wrong. There are certain games that I would love to only have the physical copy of, for multiple reasons. Not just because it's like, this is so nice to hold, but also because it's like, you know what? That one had such a lasting impression on me. I'm going to hold on to that. Games like The Last of Us, like Harvest Moon, like Dead Space, like GoldenEye, like Perfect Dark. These are games that mean a lot to me. So I'm like, you guys I'll hold on to. You guys have a physical spot to occupy in my life. The rest of you, we had some good memories, but it's time for you to wander on down the dusty trail. As always, I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about this. Like, are you more in favor of a physical copy, or does it even matter to you? Like, would you be more preferable to digital, or is it just like, you know what? Whatever. To me, it doesn't matter which. And are you more in favor of it because it's a convenience that you can have this huge, vast library that doesn't occupy a physical space? Or is it more important to you that you actually have that physical novelty and the idea that you can have your games physically on display? Be curious to hear what your thoughts on that are. But as always, my name's Rye. You guys take care of yourselves.